Hello and welcome back, Squirrel Nation. Today we're diving into Onmyodo Arena. Today's video will be covering Kingyo, my build, and then my own personal gameplay. So this is my preferred build. I like to go to get the Soul Infusion for the mana regeneration because Kingyo is pretty mana draining in the beginning of the game. Then I go for the Armor Pen Boots. I built into the Mandal Sutra to once again get the Magic Pen. Then I go for Izanami's Scepter, which gives me the increased movement speed, and then also the passive is awesome, which does 150 extra damage to the target every 9 seconds. So Kingyo is played very bursty, so that's why I really like this item. It's just helping her do even more burst. Then we go to Tale of Izumo to just overall tons of AP. And here's the interesting item, which I like that I don't see many other players running. I'm not even going to try to read it, just Omno. Let's call it Omno. And the reason I love it is because of how Kingyo plays. So Kingyo's one weakness to me is if people get on top of her, she doesn't have a strong disengage. Well, this item fills the gap, because what happens is Kingyo, if somebody gets on top of you, like an assassin, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my S2 to stun them, cast my S1 for damage, and then bam, I have 40% movement speed, and I'm immune to slow effects, which means very, very few enemies can catch up to me at that point. So this item is outstanding because it provides a decent amount of ability power. It gets me up to that 40% cooldown, and then also gives me some health to tank the assassin, and then most importantly, it lets me get away from Kingyo's one weakness, which is she has no way to disengage from fights. And then finally, I wrap up with 8 trigrams for the magic penetration. In this game, I've noticed people tend to put off magic penetration until much later in the game, so that's why I don't really feel the need to get this item too quickly. Another thing to keep in mind is Kingyo's passive, the way it works is if you max out her passive, you get up to 25% magic penetration from that, and when that is stacked with 8 trigrams, you're getting 25% of the 35, so you end up at 51% penetration. So that's important because in this game, percentage is deducted from magic res before flat. So it's total magic res minus percent minus flat. So people can actually end up negative. So if heroes have, let's say, 60 magic resistance, they will end up negative if you purchased both the Magic Pen Boots and the 8 trigram and you have Kingyo's passive maxed out. I think this is something really important to understand is Magic Pen on Kingyo, since she is the only hero who has access to that super amount of magic penetration. And by super amount, I mean all the way up to 51%. Because in general, there's only 2 items in the entire game that have Magic Pen, 8 trigrams and the Magic Pen Boots. And you can't stack items in this game, meaning most heroes will only ever have 8 trigrams for 35% magic pen, and then minus the 30 flat magic pen, right? That's all they'll have. But Kingyo can actually turn that 35 into 51%. So that is a pretty big difference, and it's really important to understand that. Anyways, with that being said, let's dive into my actual gameplay. Okay, so starting off, I basically normally head for the brush to get there as soon as I can. And then basically my goal is to just start poking the enemy. Kind of bush war here. We're even, we both landed, but I actually landed first, so my cooldown will be off first. So actually here is good, because I should be able to get the kill. Okay, so her help's coming, unfortunately. But that I could have won because I hit first. And if you notice, she's very low. We're going to go for the kill. And we get first blood. So good start. Basically there I had the confidence to go for that because I know that I hit my abilities first, so the cooldown's going to be up first, which means that I am going to actually be able to win to get my ability cast and the kill. So last hitting, definitely important in this game. You get a lot more gold from it. So right now I'm just trying to clear wave as quick as possible. I'm going to back because she has to deal with that. I just want to get my health back up and mana on Kingyo is kind of important, and the other wave's coming, so I shouldn't miss any experience, so it's just a good time to back. Another thing, I don't start to take my passive on her, which gives you Magic Pen, until later in the game, because it just doesn't seem to matter. Honestly, it seems like people don't build that much magic resistance until later in the game, so to me, it's just better to level up her abilities first. Same thing, I always want to try to control bush, because bushes let you have a lot of control, so they're not... Normally I would roam down, but if you notice the enemies are already pushed back, so same thing. We're just going to come here. I'm trying to damage. If you notice, I'm trying to pop in and out of the bush to get damage on them. And we're trying to last hit. Whenever you can hit abilities, my flash is down. I might be able to get out. Yeah. So I'm going to ping back for my teammates because we know the jungler is rotating down. Actually, I'm going to take this time to back. Okay, and now I'm not because my teammate. So anyways, same thing. I always focus on S1. It's just good damage and lets me clear faster and get more burst. And the way I play Kingyo is definitely for burst. So notice getting last hit's really important. I'm going to back again. This time I'm probably going to miss some experience, unfortunately, because their Kingyo should be able to clear quickly. But hopefully we'll only lose a little bit. Okay, and I don't know, I guess she's AFK or something. Okay, looks like she's back. But anyways, that worked out good for me. So I'm just kind of watching the other lanes. Bottom is definitely good to gank. Top is eh. And I now also have my ultimate, so actually I'm looking to land a full combo on the enemy here. And the full combo is stun, so S2, S1, and when they're doing waves is a great time. Bam. And that is the combo. And that was greedy. I was going to use my flash to get out, but she hit her stun. But anyways, it's good for me because you notice I cleared the wave, so now she missed out on a wave. So I'm actually okay with that trade. So now this whole wave is crashing into the tower. So that's the other good thing. If you can hit your ultimate combo when you, along with the enemy minion wave, it's really good because you're going to clear the wave and force out the enemy. And honestly, what just happened there was basically worst case is I got the kill, but I also died. But in the better cases, you're going to get the kill, or you're going to just get the enemy really low to where they can't hang around. Here, I'm watching my team. I want to go help. You see their mid. Actually, I can't really help. They're going to fall back, so now I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to come get this tower down, and I'm going to clear for this next incoming wave. Right? So around now is when I start taking my passive. And if I always put S1 if it's a choice. If it's, and here we go. Zoning. She does hit me, unfortunately, but it's okay. So I see them rotating up. I'm going to rotate up. Kingyo, her passive, she's faster on the water, so make sure you're using that. Right? I know she's in the bush waiting for me. So, yep, dodge. And then that should be a kill. Okay. I didn't need to use my flash there, but it's okay. So, anyways, the reason I knew she was in the bush is I was watching the minimap and I saw her run topside bush, and then I didn't see her pop out of it. Or I didn't see her like pop back mid lane, so I knew she was waiting there. And in those cases, it's kind of good to act like you don't realize where they are, and then you can basically catch people a good amount, and if they get greedy like that, don't be shy to use your ultimate, to me. It's not a short cooldown, but it's not super long either, so I think it's worth getting the poke damage, especially on a jungler. Oh, so close. Okay. But anyways. Yeah, that was bad positioning. I should have been watching the minimap. Actually, not necessarily positioning, that was bad map awareness. I just got a little greedy chasing the enemy, and my bot lane was already low. And we got a kill, so I didn't really need to be greedy. But anyways, checking gold is important to see how you're doing in relation to everybody. I have highest gold in game right now, so that's really good. Which means, you know, going into fights, I should be trading pretty well. And item-wise, I kind of check how close I am to finishing my next item. And another thing I'm checking is how good my teammates are doing in general, because I kind of want to know who I should go and like roam around with. So we are going later, so you see everybody's going mid, so we can probably get a gank here, right? And she ult, and we got that. So the other good thing about Kingyo's ult is it attacks the tower. So you see the enemies roaming up right here. I'm going to just try to get back. Unfortunately, my teammate didn't run the way I would have liked them to run. And now the choice comes, do I think I can hold against 3 enemies? We saw 1 leave. And my ult's in 15 seconds. This is kind of questionable. I'm going to rotate out now because the wave actually is pushed up top. I didn't realize there was a wave so deep. So now I'm coming back mid. Their Kingyo came mid also. Right? She's ahead of me in level, but I'm ahead in gold. And I'm going to try to hit combo again. Alright. It's harder when you're not in a bush. That's why it's always good to be in bushes. She gets it on me. Nope. So she's starting to juke me better, unfortunately. I'm still quite ahead in gold. My team looks like they're trying to position here. Okay. Okay, I have to back now, unfortunately. So she just definitely outpoked me there. That's unfortunate. Because she got ahead of me in level. I'm not quite sure how, to be honest. Yeah, in this game, it's interesting. The gold and experience is not what I expect it to be, based on like kills to minion waves and stuff, so there we go. And that, if you notice, I'm putting in the way of the enemy so they can run. So that's why I put the ult placement behind. And here I'm okay getting close like this, because honestly I want her to die on me, because my team is going to, my team's right there to clean her up if she does. And here I could go to Orochi, but I'm actually going to do this because we have 3 kills right now. And like I said, I'm actually the most ahead in this game. And I have flash and everything. So I'm okay with that. So see, out of that, I almost got the full mid tower, right? And the enemies just respawn, which is why she came to challenge, like the jungler came to contest me. But I also knew I had flash and heal, so I had quite a bit of an ability to get out of the way. So my team's here. We're just going to kind of poke, right? We got that. Same thing, we're going for angles. The enemies are definitely here too, but Kingyo, great wave clear if you notice, you know. It's just going to get better and better. So now it kind of comes to catching people in the jungle and getting steals. So there we go. So we're just poking, right? I'm definitely getting more damage onto the enemy than they're getting onto our team. Kingyo has great poke. Her stun can also just wreck the enemy team. If we can get a intercept. Unfortunately, the enemy Kingyo got me, but that's okay. Okay, so my team's doing Orochi, which is good. I'm going to go zone, honestly. So is Kingyo, I really like zoning because like your damage is really good, but it's really hard for the enemies to get into position to contest because your stun, that huge you have that huge AoE stun with her, and then your burst is insane. And when your ultimate fish is sitting there hitting enemies, it makes it really hard. So we see her jumping on a ally. Which way is she going to go? For the slow. I did miss the stun there. My prediction was a little bit off, but that's fine. So now I'm going to clear wave. So we're even man-wise. And we see the enemies mid. I kind of want to catch them between rotations. So I like to sit around in this area. So then I can clear the wave, right? And then also if they rotate to defend this tower, then I can try to get a grab on them. Let's see if my team comes to help. Okay. All right, and so now when you have the wave, it's kind of a back and forth game. And if you notice, just great bursts. Like I just bursted her down for about 80% health. So it seems like poke matters a lot because now she has to go back and heal. I'm trying to kill the minion wave on our side of the map. Okay. Helping our teammate. Got that. Got the stun. There we go. Got another. I was thinking of flash combo, but actually I didn't need it there. Okay, so anyways, we finally were up only 1 kill, but still we should get this tower out of it. Clear the wave quick. Mid's also hitting, so right now I'm just going to try to catch enemies rotating. I'm going to clear the next wave, so that's not hurting, right? And just kind of juggle aggro. Same thing, kill the wave, hit the enemies, wave, right? And then Kingyo, ultimate is great because it does damage to the tower also. So enemies or tower, it's a good way to get. And everything's over. Unfortunately, we didn't get a tower, but we did do a good amount of work. So the item I just got, I really like. It's like kind of my new little twist on the builds that I've been trying, and it's to disengage. So if I cast 2 abilities in 1 second, I get a large speed boost, and then also I can't be slowed. So Kingyo, the one issue is she can be caught, right? And so basically that just gives me a way, and if you notice I just had speed boost there. And so I can use it to chase or I can use it to disengage very well. So same thing, just make space. Kingyo, I'm just all about making space. I just want the enemies to, if they want to hit anything, they're going to have to eat damage. Like that's basically what I'm looking for. So here, there we go. There I'm flashing out because the enemies are kind of getting around me, which is not good. And let's see. No, they're not coming. Okay, so I'm going to back. If you notice, we have a full wave pushing bottom, so that's kind of good if the other enemy team stays distracted. Let's look at gold. A lot of action was going on. Anyways, 10k, so we're still, me and the jungler are still doing very well. This is a great spot for Kingyo to fight because she can just hit really large team issues. Sorry, I stopped talking in the mid. I'm trying to like focus a little bit more on certain points. But I'm going to go clear this bottom wave. We have a 3-man advantage right now, so I know my team can go up and do what they need to do up top. So I just want to come push this wave. You always want to create split pressure when you can. It's not good when you're not up, but it's very good to create split pressure when you are ahead, because it makes it hard for the enemy team to rotate. So if you notice, they just got rezzed. So my idea here is to basically, well, now it's to run away, and I can absolutely kill her if they get greedy. Oh, and I got greedy, okay. So unfortunately, my team didn't keep pressing top. That was my bad map awareness. I should have been focusing. I assumed that my team was going to keep pressing the top tower so the full enemy team couldn't rotate to me. Or if they did, we'd at least get top tower and maybe even end the game. Because if you notice, they chased me all the way to almost the river. So fortunately, my team does convert that into Orochi. But still, that was my fault. I should have been watching the minimap a little bit more during the fight. I kind of... The thing is, I made my decision what I was going to do, which is split and make it hard for the enemies to rotate, but I didn't update my plan. I kind of was just stubborn, and I was like, you know what, this is what I'm doing, and I just did it no matter what. So definitely that is a bad thing to do. But anyway, so I'm just watching. I'm trying to keep track of people's health so I know what, it's easier for me to make choices. We notice top is closer to push in. My team's sieging, which I really wish they wouldn't do. It's better to get, you want the waves to get pushed in. Like, a lot of people I notice in this game, they love, for some reason they siege right outside the high ground, and it's like, they just don't get value, you know? So I'm going to save my ultimate for the next wave with the demons that are coming in. And their Kingyo, if you notice, just wasted her ultimate. Well, not wasted. She used it, so now this tower is for sure dead. Okay. Here we go, same thing. They can most likely end the game, but me, I don't know. I like to play safe, which is I'm going to come push this to make sure we get all high ground. So the reason I do that, just to be clear, is, and this is sometimes why I would say my participation is lower, but I think a lot of the high-level players do this, is in solo queue, it's important to make sure you cover down for if things don't go well. So I could have went to the core there, and I could have got extra damage onto the core and helped my team kind of fight and maybe ended the game there. The problem is, in this game, I've seen a lot, is people just take really bad fights at the core and they get killed. And then the problem becomes you didn't get that last high ground tower, and then the enemy can actually turn the game around, right? So what I like to do is, instead of going for the core in that case, I actually go, I secure all 3 high ground towers, and then that way, even if my team gets wiped or doesn't end the game, we still have a huge, massive advantage. So anyways, that's just why I look at it that way. Okay, that does it for today's video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. Also, it really helps me if you will share this video around so that other people can join the Squirrel Nation and just join our great community we have going on. But anyways, as always, I'll see you all tomorrow, and happy ranking.